Hi, my name is Amanda, and I'm in 4th year social work and political science. And I just want to share with you how I became a Christian. So ever since I was little, I've always believed that there was a God out there, and that He was in control, and that He made me, and that, He was in control of the whole world. However, I didn't grow up in a family that taught me about Jesus or taught me about God or anything, so I never really knew or understood who God was until I started going to a youth group in grade 7. And so it was there that I finally started going to a church and learning about who Jesus was and what the Bible was. And at first, everyone was just really nice, and I didn't really understand much about Christianity, and I just thought, oh, it's just about being a good person. And so that was my impression of Christianity and of Christians. And along with this time, my family was going through a really hard time, and there was just a lot of anger and strife and fighting going on at home. So that was a really hard time for me as I was growing up. And so soon after I started going to church, I actually began to read the Bible to see what Jesus actually said about who He was and about the world and what He taught. And so I began reading through Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And I read there that all people have sinned and that all people need Jesus. And I realized that even though I had never murdered or stolen anything in my life, that I still had sin in my heart when I lied and when I hated people. And so I realized that Jesus had actually come to earth and to die on the cross for my sins. And through that, through believing in Him, I could have a personal relationship with God and could be forgiven. And so I realized that I couldn't do this life on my own any longer. But after knowing who God was and knowing who Jesus was and what He said about Himself, I realized that I needed Him to take control of my life. And so I prayed and I asked God to come into my life. And since then, He's really changed my life. Things haven't been perfect. Things with my family aren't always a cakewalk, but I know that He's there guiding me every step of the way. And I know that He's in control of my life and that I can trust Him with my life.